Hey everyone, so welcome to SSW TimePro sprint summary for sprint 351. And for this sprint, we have 3 people working on the sprint for 4 days, full sprint. And from this point, I will hand over to Sam to talk about our sprint goals and backlog items.
Cool. So we had a pretty neat sprint this week. It was slightly smaller, and we really just had one major goal, which was the backlog refinement, which I'll talk to a bit more. There was another goal, which was fixing a rather urgent bug in the external sync error. That was done as well. The only outstanding thing was reviewing a Word document for the on-billing feature that's upcoming, and that's just waiting for a test, please, from Adam. So if we scroll down to the backlog. Yeah, so our estimated and actual capacity matched. We didn't have any extra time off. Everyone was working evenly there. And yeah, speaking to the backlog, so that top item, the unbilling backlog refinement, that was a big one. We all got together and we set about doing our first backlog refinement for a long time, which was an interesting process. And we did that for the upcoming feature on billing, which we've been talking about for a few weeks now, and we're finally kicking off. So that's a great thing. Other than that, there was the external sync error. So that was a bug where a lot of timesheets were showing a sync error erroneously. That was quite an interesting one. It was related to locked periods, and yeah, in the end, it wasn't too much code, but it was quite a bit of work to investigate the issue. So that was a nice one to tick off this week. Yeah, there we go. So I'll hand it back to Sylvia.
All right, so I will talk about the stats for our suggested timesheet usage and automatic timesheet usage. I think we have kind of reached a plateau, so the numbers doesn't really change from last sprints. The burn down chart, we had 1 deployment to the sprint, so that's the near the end of the sprints. That's why we only see a drop in the burn down chart for this sprint. And then the code coverage, we have 1 addition to task to the total test, and the other numbers doesn't change much. The pipeline health looks good. And scroll down to the application health overview timeline, we could see that we still have this massive dependency failure, even though it has dropped by 1000K from last sprint. There's still 1 more PPI to be worked on for this dependency failure. The state of epics. So comparing to last sprint, because we did a backlog refinement, so we can see that the number in the cross-billing on-billing epic has increased by 7 PBIs, and those will be worked on, start to be worked on starting from next sprint. So coming down to AI usage, I will hand over to Jeffrey to talk about it.
Thank you, Sylvia. So AI usage are the same as last sprint. We mostly use 80% AI when we work. I'm not going to go into details. Regarding cloud stats, I'm just going to take screen control now to show the dashboard. So give me a sec. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
So yeah, I looked up the summary and everything is sort of okay. So 2 out of 3 goals achieved. Capacity was matched, and the summary also makes sense. It mentioned every important decision we made, especially the document review that we talked about. Special note for Adam, Lou, and Nana. I guess Nana is Mehmet, but it's a nice nickname. Next bit is the timeline. So Sylvia spoke the most. Luke was the second. This matches what we saw with Copilot. I'll get to this in a minute. People and roles. Yeah, Sylvia doing great. Luke as well. And the bottom, Sam doesn't show anything because we have a bug at the moment with the AI stuff. But yeah, everything going fine. Insights, 3 things were mentioned. We didn't do any demonstration of the software, but this is because we mostly worked on documentation and backlog refinements. And Adam also injected an urgent work item, which is correct. And then the capacity thing that we talked about before. So yeah, everything is actually accurate. I just want to point out one last thing here. So if you go to trends at the end, you can see at the bottom, we now have this comparison between the previous sprint and the new sprint. And here you can see that regarding 4 different criteria, we can see that we have more goal completion compared to the last one. We have a slightly more capacity. So more people working on the project, and also less meeting duration. So everything's actually going better than the last time. Just a bit less deployments, but that's because the sprint was short. So yeah, I really like this last diagram now. Cool, that's for this dashboard. So Sylvia, you can take over screen control to show the email, please.
Yep. So like last time, we're going to give a tick across for the
green
Copilot
tick.
stats.
It was all accurate. Yeah, correct.
All right, so for the Claude overview, I think this one
yes,
just captures the speaking summary. What about this summary, the main issue completed?
So what was the main issue completed? It said that fixing the external timesheet sync error was completed. This is true. And it was the main goal that was completed. So it's correct.
Yeah.
And regarding the Yakshave, so we had 31 Yakshave over the last 30 days, 25 were, 31 new PBIs, and 25 were Yakshave. So that's a lot. It's about 81% ratio. And we completed 12 out of the last 30 days. Now, onto the retro. Am I doing this as well, Sylvia? Or do you want...
Yeah, you can talk about yours, and I will talk about mine. Yeah, because there's only a few.
Cool. So retro, we achieved 2 goals out of 3, which is great. And we had a backlog refinement session, which was awesome. And the thing that didn't go well was the communication with Adam. He was not frequently aware of the on-billing feature. I think we only showed him this document once, many months ago, and nothing since. So I think, yeah, to improve this, we need to keep him in the loop more often when we have big features like this to present.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's it for me then.
Yeah, I will proceed to forecast. So for next sprint, it will also be a short sprint because both Jeffrey and Sam will be on leave for holiday. And for next sprint, we have a capacity of 35 points. So we planned for 32. And we have main goals to work on the bug to remove the validator. Actually, this is close to done because Jeffrey just submit a pull request for the hotfix. And the other one is to review the Word doc. So we have to redo this again with Adam and also get the task pass from Mehmet and Lou.
You mean Nana, right?
Yeah, Nana. All right, so the main action point to work on from for the next sprint from Copilot is to deliver the urgent hotfix request by Adam. This is partially true because it is one of our main goals. So I will put a tick here. And that's about it. Anything else anyone wants to bring up or to add? Oh,
good. I think we lost Luke, no?
Yeah, we lost Luke in the middle of,
Sure. I mean, he had more important things to do.
Of course. So yeah, you can be this summary will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining us. Have a nice weekend.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Thanks.